Like he's just awesome, and I guess also Red would be one of my favorites, but Violet overall is my favorite. All in the manga, but like in the game they're all the same length, but in the manga they all have different personalities, and that's what makes them stand out. What's my favorite non-gaming hobby? Probably watching movies, to be honest, because as you guys know, my dream is to be a cinematographer, or just something with filming or editing. And just watching movies is really good for me because I just love seeing like stories evolve and stuff. I really love animation a lot, and like I will watch live action movies and stuff, but personally I prefer animation. It's not just because I'm an otaku, no, it's just because I find animation itself to be more really rewarding because you get to see really how much love someone can put into this, you know what I mean? Because an actor can just act that, but for a drawing and stuff, you have to put your soul being there and everything, making sure it's all perfect and stuff. So personally, I just think it's that's why I prefer animation. So yeah. If you could design a game, tell me the basics. Okay. Number one is good story. That's something in games that really they need is good story. The last game this generation I played that had a good story besides Trauma Team. Infamous I know has a good story, I just haven't really gotten around to really looking at the entire thing. The entire Trauma Center actually has a good story in all of them. I haven't beaten Second Opinion, I do plan on beating that. Metroid Prime 3 I thought had the best story out of all the Prime games. I haven't beaten it by the way, but just from what I've played of it, you know, I think it's the best in terms of story, to be honest. Good gameplay. I try to make it not tedious at any parts. Put a lot of puzzle solving, but stuff that you know you can figure out, but it wouldn't take you like 3 months to figure out because that's something that drives me nuts. Is when like a thing will make you completely go ape shit pretty much. I make a difficulty setting because I know some people would like to you know choose. Like for me, when I play a game for the first time, I'll pick it on easy, so that way I can just kind of go through the story and understand how it all works, and then after that I'll kind of go back and pick a harder difficulty. Or, because as you guys know, I love being overpowered in games. But, you know, pretty much if it has a good story, and I hear it has a good story, I'll kind of choose on easy difficulty, just kind of go through it a little bit, and then when I beat it again, I'll go back and beat it on a hard difficulty. The only games I don't do that on is RPGs, and that's just it. Because RPGs, I just don't think the gameplay is addicting enough. Because you know, like it depends on the RPG. It said like Kingdom Hearts. I have beaten Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on standard mode. With Ventus, my bad. Terra, I'm thinking about doing it with him next. Because Terra is one of my favorite characters on Birth by Sleep, next to Aqua and well, Ventus, pretty much. So yeah, that's something I plan on doing in the future, but just not right now. And as for what genre it'd be, it'd probably be third person, something like it. I don't know if it'd be a third person shooter / platformer, but you know, something with a good story that can appeal to just about everyone. Like action adventure, I think would be the genre I'd pick personally. What's your phobia? I'm scared of thunder, kinda. I'm also kind of afraid of heights. Have you heard of Lonely Island? No, I haven't. So whatever. Who is the most annoying person you know? Well, not to go... Who would it be? I do have someone in mind, but it's someone I know in real life, and it's no one here on YouTube, to be honest. Best game that's been recommended to you? Well, no what? That or Metroid Prime. So yeah, there's that. And, let's see, I know there's one more. Yep, here it is. Alright. This last question in the PMs is from Inferno1234561. How much anime do you watch before you learned that you were an otaku? I'd say it kind of started about last year when I was really watching anime. Like after I watched Lucky Star in June last year, I thought, you know, okay, this is kind of what anime is, but it wasn't really like I was kind of okay, considering myself an otaku then, but not really a full-fledged one like I am now, kinda. But it wasn't really until I saw Clannad that I really saw what anime was capable of, and that's really what drove me in. But I did watch a lot of anime. I watched For Sale of Vampire, Vampire Knight, Lucky Star, Ouran High School Host Club, Full Metal Panic, Full Metal Alchemist, Bleach, not anymore though, Naruto. I never watched One Piece. I was never a fan of it, to be honest. Just a lot of different things. So yeah, really it's what kind of made me realize what anime is capable of, but really I was kind of an otaku when I finished watching Lucky Scores, and that's when I really kind of got used to seeing anime in its true form. Also Girls Bravo, to be honest, but that's more of an adult anime. Don't watch it unless you're okay with seeing nudity, so I'll leave that. Alright, so that does it for all of the PM questions, so now let's go to the comments in the video, so I gotta find these, I don't have them on private. Okay, here's the first one. This is from the original 500 subs Q&A. I think this one only has 2. Okay. The first one is from Scarm, 7780. He writes, if you could backhand 2 famous people, who would they be? Now, if you think I'm going to say Justin Bieber, no. Because this is my opinion on him. I don't think he's like a bad person, per se. I think he's gotten way over in his head. Like, I think people are trying to make him famous on purpose. Like, there's a new teen idol, Miley Cyrus, who is she? And the Jonas Brothers, who are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they're just really trying to push on, like, a new pop idol for kids, and I think that's what really ruins them, to be honest. Not unless their personality will go to their heads, and they'll think they're all this, and fail massively, so. The only person I haven't seen that does that is, Miranda Cosgrove, which I'm glad, because she was actually one of my favorite actors in The School of Rock, which is one of my favorite comedic movies of all time. And I think there is one more, but yeah, most of them do kind of go onto a bad path, but some of them don't. But yeah, there we go. That's my opinion. Let's actually answer the question. The guy who made the Aragon movie, no, not the Aragon movie, the guy who wrote, or whatever the biggest thing in movies, who came up with the idea for the story in the Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief movie, not Rick Riordan. I love the Percy Jackson series, but they fucking ruined that movie! They didn't mention Kronos, and he is the main villain of the series. The first series, anyway. And they did not mention him at all. I will give them this. I thought Camp Half-Blood looked awesome. But I apologize for the quick jump cut there. I just got interrupted, but it's okay. Had to help my Papa with something. But anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. Yeah, the thing about the Percy Jackson film is that they didn't even mention the main villain, which really pissed me off. But I will give them props. They did do a good Camp Half-Blood. But whoever is like the one who made up like the different kind of story that they went with, yeah, them. And maybe that's about it. Unless I can think of another movie that really disappointed me. Oh yeah, every single one of the people who were involved with Dragon Ball Evolution. Because I think we all know who that turned out. Or Justin Chapman. I think that's his name, who played Goku. Alright. Hey, okay, sorry. Next question comes from Shreddy Pixel. He says, hey, I want to know who is probably your biggest comedic influence, and this question is actually something I was waiting on. As you guys know, I watch a lot of Nostalgia Critic. I'd say mostly from him. If you watch my LP in style, you'll definitely know some Nostalgia Critic in there. A little bit of Some Call Me Johnny, my Pete. Like sometimes I do, like that Boom clip, I got that from his Resident Evil 5 LP, because I don't know, I just really love that, so I just put it in whenever there's an explosion in one of my Let's Plays, kind of. There's what else? Brain Scratch Cons. Do I even have to say any more about them? You guys know how much I talked about them. Alright, so yeah, those three right there, to be honest. But Johnny's part of Brain Scratch, so all Brain Scratch. Including Solaris. Okay. Then after that, he says, what are some of your favorite Nostalgia Critic jokes? This one is kind of funny, because as you guys know, one of my favorite jokes of all Nostalgia Critic is the Zool joke. I don't even need to say it. You guys know whenever I have the opportunity, I will put the Zool sound clip in there, because I just love that so much. I can never forget when I first saw it. I was in tears from laughing so hard, and then when I watched Page Master. I think that was the very first joke I saw that had that in it. But my god, that was so funny. But yeah, I've watched a lot of his reviews when he's done that. I think one of my favorite ones is when he did Ernest Saves Christmas, and Ernest is opening up the bag. It's just Zool. Another one would be Just Explain. This could be said in Perfect Anime. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this. Air's ending. I am sorry. I have watched Air. I have watched Angel Beats. I have watched all Key's works. I understand their endings. Air's is like, what happens? Like, the movie is fantastic. Like, I love the Air movie. Don't get me wrong on that. And I love Air itself. Man, it has a great soundtrack, good characters, all that other stuff, you know. But its ending is really just, what? I can understand the ending if they would have left it how it was before they jumped back. And that's all I'm going to say. But after they jumped back, they ended there, I'm like, Maybe I'm missing something. I've only seen the series through at least once or something, but the movie definitely got it better in my honest opinion. So I'm just going to go with movie continuity here and just say the movie definitely did the anime better. It did the job better. But yeah, I'm sorry. Just Air's ending is, without that, the most WTF thing I've ever seen in anime general. Yeah, that. I guess I'll just spit some of my coffee.